As we grow older, something interesting begins to happen. The things that once seemed important, status, money, impressing others, gradually lose their grip on us. And something else becomes incredibly valuable. Peace. A peaceful morning. A peaceful home. A peaceful mind. Many of us spend decades working hard, raising families, solving problems, and carrying responsibilities. But eventually, we reach a stage where we realize that protecting our peace matters just as much as achieving success. And perhaps one of the most important lessons we learn is this: not everyone deserves unlimited access to our lives. Some people add calm and joy to our days. Others quietly drain our energy, our confidence, and our happiness. Today, we're going to talk about 5 kinds of people we must be careful around as we grow older. Not because we hate them, not because they're bad people, but because peace becomes too valuable to sacrifice. And the 5th person may be the most difficult to recognize.
The first person we must be careful around is the manipulator. Manipulators rarely appear harmful at first. In fact, they often seem vulnerable. There's always a crisis, always an emergency, always a reason why we must step in immediately. Many of us have known someone like this. Every conversation feels urgent. Every request feels like a responsibility. And somehow, we begin organizing our lives around their problems. At first, it feels like kindness. After all, helping people is a good thing. But over time, we may notice something troubling. We're no longer making choices freely. We're reacting. We're constantly putting out fires that never seem to end. One crisis is solved, and another appears. Then another, and another. As we grow older, we begin to understand an important truth. Helping someone is kindness. Feeling responsible for someone else's entire life is not. There is nothing selfish about setting boundaries. Sometimes the greatest gift we can give ourselves is the ability to say, "Not this time," because peace cannot survive where constant pressure exists.
The second person we must be careful around is the self-absorbed person. Have you ever spent time with someone and realized they know very little about you? Not because you're secretive, because they never ask. Every conversation somehow returns to them, their experiences, their struggles, their achievements, their opinions. At first, it may seem harmless. We tell ourselves, that's just how they are. But over the years, something begins to happen. We start feeling unseen, unheard, unimportant. Healthy relationships involve mutual interest. Both people feel valued. Both people feel heard. But self-absorbed people often turn every conversation into a mirror, reflecting only themselves. And when that happens repeatedly, it can leave us feeling emotionally isolated. As we grow older, we should spend more time with people who genuinely care about our thoughts, our experiences, and our lives. Because our stories matter too. The third person we must be careful around is the constant critic.
Some people seem to have an opinion about everything. How we live, how we dress, how we spend our time, how we manage our homes, how we enjoy retirement. Nothing is ever quite good enough. What's challenging is that these comments often sound helpful. I'm only trying to help. I'm just being honest. I want what's best for you. But after hearing these remarks for years, many of us begin questioning ourselves. We start second-guessing decisions we were perfectly comfortable with before. Little by little, confidence begins to fade. And that's the danger of constant criticism. It doesn't usually damage us overnight. It works slowly, quietly, over time.
Eventually, we learn a valuable lesson. Not every opinion deserves a place in our minds. Some opinions are simply noise. As we grow older, we become free to stop explaining every choice we make. We don't need approval to enjoy our own lives. The fourth person we must be careful around is the irresponsible person. Irresponsible people often leave chaos wherever they go. Broken promises, poor decisions, missed responsibilities, and somehow they expect others to clean up the consequences. Many older adults find themselves trapped in this situation. People assume we have extra time, extra patience, extra resources. But the truth is that our time becomes more precious with each passing year. We've earned the right to enjoy it. Yet some people continually expect us to rescue them from problems they created themselves. There is a difference between helping someone through a difficult season and supporting a pattern that never changes. One is compassion. The other is enabling. As we grow older, we begin to realize something important. We cannot carry people who refuse to carry themselves. And protecting our own well-being is not selfish. It's necessary. The fifth person we must be careful around is the ungrateful person. Have you ever gone out of your way for someone, only to feel as though it didn't matter? No appreciation. No gratitude. No acknowledgement. Just more expectations. Ungrateful people have a way of making kindness feel invisible. No matter how much we give, it never seems enough. If we offer our time, they focus on what we didn't do. If we help, they criticize how it was done. If we sacrifice, they act as though it was expected all along. Over time, generosity begins turning into exhaustion. And eventually, exhaustion can become resentment. That is why gratitude matters so much. Gratitude is emotional nourishment. As we grow older, our definition of a successful life begins to change. Peace becomes wealth. Calm becomes luxury. And the people around us matter more than ever. The truth is, we don't need to hate anyone. We don't need to argue. We don't need to hold grudges. Sometimes, we simply need healthy distance. We can care about people without allowing them to drain us. We can love people while still protecting ourselves. Because peace is not a luxury in the later chapters of life. It is a necessity. So protect your time, protect your energy, protect your heart, and most importantly, protect the years ahead. If this message resonated with you, share in the comments which of these 5 types you've encountered in your own life. And remember, it's never too late to choose peace.